Good morning. Let's see what mood the chickens are in today. In the winter, they can be a little hesitant to come out, and other days, they can't wait. Oh yeah, looks like they're ready today. I just picked up a load of food scraps from a nearby camp, and the flock is very interested. I love when I show up with new things. Suddenly, I'm their favorite person. While they work on that, I thought we'd talk about chicks, because this flock is made up mostly of 2 batches of day-old chicks that I raised. The first time I raised day-olds, about 4 years ago, I ordered 75. That's right, 75. The plan was to keep around 20 hens, process the rest for meat, and I figured I'd lose a few on the way. For brooders, I started with the classic I read it online setup, a kiddie pool. I'm sure it works for some folks, but I don't recommend it. They grow fast, and before you know it, they're hopping out. Seeing that the kiddie pool didn't work, I quickly upgraded to a makeshift brooder, basically a sheet of plywood with some posts and plastic fencing around it. Not pretty, but it gave them room to run around, jump a bit, and be chicks. For subsequent batches of chickens, I used a more permanent setup, still using the plastic fence, but with short walls to keep the bedding contained. Much easier to manage and a lot less chaos. For heat, I use these hot plates. Each one can handle about 35 chicks. The only downside is that you have to wipe the tops every day because yes, they will poop on them. Somehow, they always pick the most important surface. One thing people don't always expect is how much moisture chicks put in the air. In a garage, it's not a big deal, but now I prefer to start in late April, so I've moved the operation in a basement bathroom. That means running a dehumidifier to keep things comfortable, and cracking a window when the temperature allows. They'll usually spend about 2 to 3 weeks in there, depending on the weather and how quickly they feather out. Moving them outside is always fun, because you really start to see their personalities. They get curious, bold, playful. Everything changes once they've got space and sunshine. As for laying, Rhode Island Reds typically start around 18 weeks, but it varies. My first batch gave me 1 egg right at 18 weeks, but they didn't lay consistently until about week 20. This year's batch took closer to 22 weeks before they settled in a regular rhythm. Either way, when that first egg shows up, it feels like the whole project is worth it. And that's the chick story behind a lot of this flock. Winter days are quieter, but it's pretty cool seeing how it all starts with a tiny box of day-olds and turns into, well, this. Alright, let's get these ladies settled in for the night. See you in the next one.